Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Sharon and today's video is going to cover my week 1 check-in for the month of September. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. Thanks for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks a lot for coming back to check out another one of my videos. If you haven't subscribed already, I hope you'll consider subscribing and giving the video a like, as well as hitting the notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload another video. So today's video is going to cover my week 1 check-in for the month of September. I already have my expense tracking stickers written out, and then at the end of the video I'll also be choosing my 52-week savings challenge contribution for week number 36 and 37. So without further ado, I'm just going to get right into it. Really quick, I just want to show you what my weekly check-in looks like for the month of September. I have week 1, which is from the 1st through the 11th, week 2 from the 12th through the 18th, week 3 from the 19th through the 25th, and week 4 from the 26th through the 30th. I check in for 6 categories on my weekly check-in, 1 being my personal, which includes both my allowance as well as my grooming cash envelope, and 2 is my groceries, which includes both groceries and eating out. 3rd is gas, and last being unbudgeted, which I don't budget anything for. However, I do like to keep track for any expenditures that I have outside of what I've planned for in my normal budget. So having said that, I'm just gonna go ahead and flip back and start laying down my expense tracking stickers. I'll be using my micro happy notes to guide me, because this is what I carry around every day to keep track of my expenses. Okay, so starting with personal, which as I stated includes my allowance as well as my grooming cash envelope, I didn't have any expenses for the first week. That's just my legend that I use to color code my expenses. Next, I have groceries, and this category is where I had the majority of my expenditures for this week. So on the 3rd, I actually went to Chick-fil-A, and that was for $22. On the 4th, we went to Rita's, which is an icy shop in my neighborhood, just to go and get ices. So that was $10. Also on the 4th, we went to Auntie Annie's and got pretzels, because we had like a family day out this day. We kind of took a half day off work and just had a family day out. So that was $26. And then on the 5th, I went to Costco, and that was for $206. And then I also had another $11 expenditure at Costco as well. I separated the two because one was an eating out expense and the other was a grocery expense. So I had 2 expenses on the 5th for Costco. And then I also had an expense for Target on the 5th as well. I went and just got a couple of items. On the 11th, I went to Chick-fil-A, and that was $23. So that's everything from my grocery and eating out category. And then next, I have for gas. I didn't have any expenses for gas in week 1. However, I did use my sinking funds, which I like to mark as other, in the other category, which is like this lavender color. And so on the 4th, while we were out, is when I had this clothing expenditure. And then on the 6th, I bought another clothing expenditure from Target, and that was just some face masks that I bought, but I did take that money out of my sinking funds clothing category. So that concludes all my expenses for week 1. But before I start tallying everything up, I'm just going to check off my phone bill, because that came out on the 1st, as well as my PO box renewal that also came out on the 1st. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and add up my expenses. Looks like it's gonna just be for my groceries category. And so on the 3rd, that was $22. So I'm just gonna flip really quick over to my weekly check-in so I can start tallying up my expenses. So first I have personal, which I did not have any expenses this week. So the remaining total is going to be the total that I put into both my allowance and my eating out, my allowance and grooming cash envelope. So my allowance, I put in $100, and then for grooming, I have a total of $250 with everything that I add for this month, as well as what I carried over from the previous month. So my remaining total is $350. Now going back for my groceries category. Okay, on the 3rd, I had $22. On the 4th, it was $26 plus 10 plus 50 plus 11 plus 206 plus 23. And that equals a total of $348 that was spent out of my groceries category in week 1. So I'm just going to write $348. And to start, I had a total of $800 in this category because I allocated $600 for groceries and $200 for eating out. That's a total of $800 minus $348. So remaining, I have $452. For gas, I didn't have any gas expenses. However, I did have $139 allocated toward gas for this month. So I'm just going to put 0 here, and the remaining is $139. For unbudgeted, I don't budget anything for unbudgeted, and I didn't have any unbudgeted expenses this week. So I'm just going to put 0, and there's nothing remaining because I didn't budget anything. This one was an easy enough check-in. So now I'm just going to move to my 52-week savings challenge so I can pull my numbers for week 36 and 37. So this is my 52-week challenge layout that I have, and this is where I'm tracking all my contributions just as a quick snapshot. So everything that you see highlighted in pink are the numbers that I've already chosen. Everything that is still not colored in is in this mason jar, and what I'm doing is every week during my weekly check-in, I will pull a number, and that's the amount that I will allocate for that particular week. I don't fund it on a weekly basis, but I do fund it at the end of the month during my closeout video. So this baggie just has all the numbers that have been previously selected. So I'm just going to shake them up. And this week I'm going to be choosing 2 numbers since my first week check-in included 2 Fridays. That's how I make sure that I stay on track. So for week 36, my number is 31. Okay, and then I'm going to choose the second number for week 37. And so for week 37 is 15. So I'm just going to take my pink Sharpie and I'm going to color in 31 and 15. And then I'm going to quickly flip to the front where I'm jotting down my numbers from all the previous weeks so that I can add in my 2 new numbers. Okay, so here's the tracker that I'm using in the front of my planner to account for all of the numbers that I've been choosing. So for week 36, it was $31, and for week 37, it was $15. So during my week 2 check-in, I will pick for 38, and then I will pick for week 39 in my last check-in for the month. So we're starting out this month with a total of $853. So we'll see where we end up at the end of the month. That's all I have for you for this video. I appreciate you stopping by, and like I said, if you haven't subscribed already, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and come back by to continue watching my journey. Bye for now.